Hello everyone, and today I'll do a review of a book called Pouched, and it was written by Stuart Gibbs. It's about mystery. Well, to be more precise, it is a detective story with comedy, action, and it also involves animals. Just to let you know, this book is the second book of the detective series that he has written. So I'll talk about a bit what happened in the first book so that you'll understand what happened in the second one. Okay, let's go. So in the first book, the story is focused on a 12-year-old boy named Theodore, whose nickname is Teddy. His parents, father, who was a world-famous wildlife photographer, and his mother was a world-famous primatologist. He was born in Congo, and he lived there for a while, but then there was a war, and they needed to run away. They ran to America in the center of Texas. They missed Congo. They liked living in nature. Then Teddy's parents got a job at a zoo called Fun Jungle. It was similar like Congo, so they decide to live there and work. They don't live in a house per se, they actually live in a camper van. Teddy is known doing pranks at Fun Jungle, but usually they are harmless since it doesn't really hurt anybody. Now let's talk about the others in the first book. There is a security guard who hates Teddy for pulling those pranks off, and her name is Large Marge. She is quite determined to stop Teddy's pranks. She is also kinda lazy at her job and she thinks highly of herself. Then there's J.J. McCracken. He's a billionaire who owns the zoo. He may seem nice, but under the disguise, he is meaner. His daughter Summer was the one who had the idea about the zoo. She loves animals, and she is nicer than most rich people, unlike her father. I won't talk about other characters because I don't want to spoil the plot. Now, I'll talk about the story in short summary. In the first book, Belly Up, it happens that the main mascot, Henry the Hippo, was murdered. So Teddy, with the help of others, had to find out who was the murderer. In the end, he found out who it was, and they managed to save the zoo. Now in the second book, in the Pouched book, Teddy tells about his life in school and at the zoo. He is bullied by a boy called Vance. This guy just never stops bullying him, and he is really smart as well. Vance forced Teddy to do a prank, or otherwise Vance and his mates would beat him up. The prank that Teddy had to do was to throw fake body parts in the pool of sharks, so people would believe that they are real and he would panic. After he did the prank, Teddy managed to escape in time before Large Marge could catch him. Well, he didn't exactly escape, but he hid in the new koala house, or what J.J. McCracken called Koalaville. There was a new koala and they named him Kazoo. The next day, Kazoo disappeared and Large Marge wanted to prove that Teddy was the criminal. At the end, Teddy proved he was not guilty. Now, I'll talk about my opinion. I will say that the second book I have read so far is really good. It has great characters, has an amazing plot, it also gives you some interesting facts about animals. I think the story is fun for older kids and adults. There are also some things that annoy me in the books, especially the character of Large Marge, because she always tries to prove the guilt of Teddy, who is innocent. I also find odd that the police wants to arrest the kid, even if he really did something wrong. I think it's better not to put him to prison because it might cause him a trauma. Also, I find weird that they had no guard dogs because maybe they could find the kidnapper or be more helpful. I also don't understand why the principal is scared of Vance even though he is the highest authority in school. But yeah, if you like the things that I have mentioned, you'll probably enjoy the book. I hope you'll have a wonderful day. Bye bye!